Welcome to your very own coffee-themed website walkthrough. Today, we're taking a look at how to structure a basic, yet visually appealing web page using HTML. Let's dive in. First up, at the top, we have our doc type declaration and opening HTML tag, setting the tone that this document is written in HTML5. Inside the head section, we see the meta charset and viewport tags. These tags ensure that our page displays well on all devices, handling everything from character encoding to mobile responsiveness. Then, we add a title tag, Delicious Coffee, which will appear on the Browser tab. Right below that, we link our CSS file, Style.cs. This is the file that will control all our styling, like colors, fonts, and animations, giving life to this HTML structure. Now, as we jump into the body, we begin with the Hero section. This section, wrapped in section it equals Hero, introduces our visitors to the theme of the site. Inside, we have a div with the class overlay, which is often used for adding a subtle background layer like a darkened effect on an image or video. Right next to it is another div for our content. Inside the content, we see an H1 heading saying, "Welcome to Coffee Bliss," a warm and inviting header. Then, we have a short paragraph encouraging our visitors with, "Your perfect coffee starts here." Finally, there's a call to action CTA button, linking to the menu section of our page with the class CTA button. Clicking it scrolls users smoothly down to the coffee menu. Moving on, we have our second section with an it equals menu. Here's where the real coffee magic begins. It's marked with a class animated, suggesting that we'll probably add some nice effects to make it pop in style. CS. Inside this section, there's a level 2 heading, H2, reading our coffee selection. A little intro paragraph follows, with some enticing words. Choose from a variety of freshly brewed coffee, made to perfection. Finally, we're presented with a simple, yet effective list of coffee types: espresso, latte, cappuccino, and americano. Each list item represents a coffee option visitors can imagine sipping on. At the bottom, we have the footer section, also with the animated class. The footer contains copyright information stating 2020 for Coffee Bliss. All rights reserved. It's a simple but essential part of any website, adding that last touch of professionalism. Last but not least, we link a JavaScript file, coffee.js. It's loaded at the end of our body section, which is generally a good practice. This placement ensures our HTML content loads before any interactive JS elements, giving a smoother experience to our visitors. Alright, now that we've built the structure of our Coffee Bliss website, it's time to style it. Let's break down how each CSS rule enhances the look and feel of our web page. First things first, we start with a CSS reset. The universal selector removes any default padding and margin across all elements, and box sizing. Border box ensures consistent sizing, so padding doesn't stretch our elements awkwardly. Next, we style the body to give the entire page a modern, clean feel. By setting font family to Arial and adding line height 1.6, text is easier to read, and the default color is set to white for a clean look on a dark background. Now, onto the hero section. Here, we give it full viewport height with height 100VH and align our content in the center using display, flex and justify content. Center. The background image, BG Coffee, JPG, covers the whole section, creating a visually engaging start to the website. To enhance readability, we add a dark overlay. This overlay div is positioned absolutely to cover the hero section and has a semi-transparent black background. The content inside has a z-index of 1, so it appears above the overlay. Lastly, we add a subtle fade-in animation for that smooth, eye-catching entrank.
Walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight.
The heading in our Hero section, Hero H1, is bold and large with font size, 3 rem, and some letter spacing for a stylish premium vibe. Our CTA button, with the class CTA button, has a pop of color, hashtag FF6347, a pleasant reddish orange that contrasts well against the dark theme.
Flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are
For interaction, we add a transition effect to the button's background color. When hovered, it smoothly changes to #FF4500, inviting clicks and creating a dynamic feel.
I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.
Next up, the hashtag menu section. We give it padding all around for spacing and a background color of number 333 to maintain the dark theme. The text is centered and styled in white, keeping things readable and consistent. The H2 heading in this section is slightly smaller than the hero heading but still prominent with font size 2 rem. For a neat list of coffee items, we set list style type to none to remove bullet points, and each list item manually has a font size of 1.5 rem with spacing between each item. Our footer is kept simple and minimalistic, styled with a black background 111 and white text. This section has padding for some breathing room and centers the text to balance the page nicely.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all.
To bring our hero content alive, we define a Fadian keyframe animation. It makes our content start from an opacity of 0 and translate upwards, then fade in smoothly. Applying this to our hero content creates that polished, welcoming effect.
Till my shadow turns to sun rays, and on we'll go. Through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. my shadow turns to sun.
Finally, we add a media query to ensure our website looks great on smaller screens, like phones and tablets. The at media max width 768px rule scales down the heading and paragraph font sizes, and the CTA button also reduces in size for a compact, mobile-friendly experience.
And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
And that's it! We've now styled a sleek, functional, and responsive coffee website with this CSS. Everything from the background images to the animations contributes to a seamless, enjoyable user experience.
The night is young, we go, it's strong till dawn. Up all night till the morning comes, we love it so. We go, it's strong for more. Let's get it on and
Alright, now let's add some interactivity with JavaScript. Here, we're implementing a scroll animation to make certain elements appear as the user scrolls down the page. This will give our website that extra bit of polish. We start by defining a function called scroll animation. Inside, we select all elements with the animated class using document query selectoral animated. These are the elements we want to animate as they scroll into view.
party pioneers. Party pioneers. Party pioneers. So come on.
Using for each, we loop through each animated element. For each one, we get its position relative to the viewport using element.getBounding client rect opening parenthesis closing parenthesis dot top. This gives us the distance from the top of the viewport to the top of the element. Now, we check if the element's position is less than view height 100. Here, view height is the height of the visible part of the page from window, inner height. The minus 100 gives us a bit of a buffer, so the element starts appearing a little before it fully enters the view. If the element's position meets this condition, we add the class show to it. This class could be defined in CSS to its styles, like fading in or moving up, making the element pop as it enters the viewport. To make this animation work as we scroll, we add an event listener for the scroll event on window. Every time we scroll, scroll animation is called, checking each animated element to see if it's time to add the show class. Lastly, we run scroll animation when the page loads, ensuring elements that are already in view get the show class right away. This prevents them from waiting until we scroll to animate. And there you have it. With just a few lines, we've created a dynamic, engaging scroll animation. Now, when users explore the Coffee Bliss site, each section will come to life as they scroll, giving a polished, professional feel. Just don't forget to fix the typo in document query selector for the function to work perfectly.